So, revision, second part of force and laws of motion, starting today. First, about the balanced force. You can see the image on screen that in a system when net force is equal to 0, it is called balanced force. The diagram shows here is X and Y are the two persons that are making force equally in opposite direction. Then we can say that net force is 0 here, because as you can see the image, both are applying the same force. The name is different, X and Y. That is, you can say the name of two persons, but they are applying the same force. So the net force on this block or box will be 0. Moving to next, unbalanced forces. If X is taking some extra help, then obviously the force on X side will increase, and which will create the unbalanced force. So as per the definition, we can see the net force towards the left, and it will cause the box move towards the left side. So we can say the forces on the box will be unbalanced force, because on X side, that means left side, the force is more as compared to the right side, means Y side. Okay, force on the left side on X side is more as compared to Y side, that is right side. So this image or this total system is under the unbalanced force. Clear? So now let's see the question from these two topics. Out of 24, only 10 have joined. Join fast. So I think we can start. So the first question on your screen, you can see the diagram. Find the value of X in the system if the total system is under unbalanced force. Total of 3 minutes you are having. Type your answers. Find the value of X if the system is unbalanced force system with net force equals to 10 unit towards left. As in mentioned in the diagram, net force 10 units. On left side, you are having three forces, 6 unit, 15 unit and 5x plus 10 unit. This is the forces on left side. On right side, you are having 7x plus 13. So you have to make an equation, right side, left side. Right side equals to left side, or shift everything towards the left because the net force is 10 unit. So linear equation in one variable will act here of mathematics, and you have to calculate the value of X. Till now I've got only one answer. 6 plus 15 plus 5x plus 10 on one side, 10 plus 7x plus 13 on another side. We have to find the value of X. Left hand force equals to right hand force. This is not balanced, so all the terms of X term will come to left hand side, and on right hand side will be 10, net force 10. 70 seconds left. Type your answer. Two answers I have got. Last 30 seconds. Time up. I have got 6 and 7 answers. So the correct answer is x equals to 14. And no one has got the correct answer. Nothing in the leaderboard. Next topic, momentum. We know that momentum can be defined as mass in motion. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. It is denoted by P. P means momentum, that is m into v, mass into velocity. The SI unit of momentum is kg meter per second. It is a vector quantity and its direction, that means direction of momentum, is same as the direction of velocity. Clear? So question on this momentum topic. A freight train rolls along a track with considerable momentum. If it were to roll at the same speed but with twice mass, then what will be its momentum? You are having 4 options. So this is MCQ type. One have given the answer. Okay, I've got 2 answers. 4 answers. 5. Ten answers I have got. 11. 7 are saying doubled. 1 is saying quadrupled. 3 are saying unchanged. No one is saying 0. A freight train rolls along a track with considerable momentum. If it were to roll at the same speed but with twice mass, then the momentum would be. So I am giving 30 seconds extra time. After that, voting will be closed on this. So if anyone left, please do it fast. Time up. So let's see the answer. The correct answer is fourth option, that is doubled. Its momentum is doubled because P is in direct relation with the mass, and if the mass is doubled, the momentum will also be doubled. Again, from momentum, force required for motion is directly related to its mass and velocity. Just now we have seen, if we are increasing the mass, the momentum will also increase. Why? Because momentum is directly related to mass and velocity. If we have increased the velocity, then also the momentum will increase. If the velocity would at that time be double, then the momentum will also be double. Okay. Next question, MCQ. The speed of car weighing 1500 kg increases from 36 km per hour. We have to change this in meter per second to 72 km per hour. Again change into meter per second. What will be the change in momentum of car? Mass into velocity. You have to find the velocity and multiply with mass, you will get the momentum. Change in momentum, that means final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum will be from, where it will be from, mass into final velocity, and initial momentum, mass into initial velocity. After that, subtracting both final momentum minus initial momentum, you will get the change in momentum. So I have got two answers. Three answers for option A. Take your time, no time limit is here. After a while I will give the timer. So I've got total 6 answers, 4 for option A, 1 for option B, 1 for option C, now 2 for option B, 5 for option A, total 14 answers I have got. Now I am giving the last 1 minute. If anybody left, please do it fast. You have got only 45 seconds. I have got 14 answers out of 28 students. Last 10 seconds. So the correct answer is option B, 15,000 kg meter per second. Earlier only I have told that we have to follow the SI unit. The SI unit of mass is kg, and for the speed it is meter per second, not kilometer per hour. Okay. Next, Newton's second law. What does Newton's second law tells? It tells about the change in momentum is directly proportional to force. Whatever the momentum is changing, that means final momentum minus initial momentum with respect to time will give the force mass into acceleration, because the change in momentum with respect to time gives acceleration. For the next point, the force is inversely proportional to the time taken for change of momentum. The force is inversely proportional to the time, because force is directly proportional to momentum, mass into velocity, and inversely proportional to momentum. Next point is saying that Newton's second law of motion gives the measure of force acting on an object as the product of its mass and acceleration. What does force means? Force means mass and acceleration. And Newton's second law is force. It is actually force. So Newton's second law is also equals to mass into acceleration. And last point is saying force applied on an object is the rate of change of momentum. If we are changing the momentum, actually we are getting the force. Mass into velocity with respect to time upon time means it gives mass into acceleration. So question number 2 for today. An object 50 kg, speed 10 meter per second, time 5 seconds from zero velocity. Calculate the required force by engine of the car. You have got total of now 2 minutes 120 seconds. An object 50 kg, three options you are having: 50 Newton, 100 Newton, 200 Newton. Four answers I have got. 105 seconds left. An object of 50 kg, speed 10 meter per second in 5 seconds from zero velocity, means initially it was at zero or at rest. Calculate the required force applied by engine of the car. Last 80 seconds. So everyone has voted. 11 have given the correct answer, that is 100 Newton. 3 were wrong at this point, that means 50 Newton. So let's see the leaderboard. Okay, Sakshi, Simba, who is this Simba? Priyan, Sheetal, Kavya, Bhumi, Bhavik, Raghav, Mili, they have given the correct answer. Moving to next. Question number 3. An archer shoots an arrow. Consider the action force to be bowstring against the arrow. What will be the reaction force? What will be the reaction force? 4 options you are having here. Total time 2 minutes. Last 85 seconds. I've got 11 answers. Okay, everyone has voted. So 11 students have given the correct answer. So let's see again the leaderboard. The fastest answer was from Sakshi, and all have given the correct answer. But due to the timing, Sakshi is on first, Priyansh second, Tejaswat third, Sheetal fourth, Raghav fifth, Sneha sixth, and so on. Let's move to the next question. Here again, the inertia of an object tends to cause the object. Four options you are having. Last 6 seconds. So maximum has given the correct answer. Let's see the leaderboard. This time Raghav is the winner for today's quiz. Bhavik second, Tejaswat third. You will get the PDF of all these till evening in your group, WhatsApp group, with all the details of leaderboard, questions and all.